I truly never thought I was gonna be making this video. I know I said I was gonna give you guys the final Ruggable update with the last video, but something pretty major has happened. We have finally found a cure or a fix to the Ruggable curling problem, which is a huge game changer. So I would be remiss if I didn't update you guys on this. Kind of changes a lot of things for us, and we are sold on Ruggable once again. You guys might hate me because the solution is so simple. I know you guys are sick of Ruggable videos, and frankly, I'm tired of posting them too, but I wanted you guys to have this solution because it is huge and we love our Ruggables once again. In fact, I don't think I'm gonna be getting anything else from here on out because the fix is so simple. We didn't tie anything down, we didn't stick anything down. Basically, it's a little bit of maintenance I do every couple weeks, but check this out. That is our Ruggable rug. Remember how bad it was curling before? It looks pretty good now. So if you guys haven't already watched our videos on Ruggables, you might be a little bit confused. So you can always go back and watch those. Our brutally honest Ruggable review and a few Ruggable updates I posted since then. Basically, one of the biggest problems we noticed with Ruggable is that we saw the long edges curling up. So it wasn't really just that it was the corners, it was all along the edges. And in the most recent video, the final Ruggable update, I showed you guys why I think that's happening. And it happens to some people, it doesn't happen to others. Basically with us, I think it was because our dogs were playing, they were sliding their feet underneath the mat when they would slide to home base, and they would kind of fold it upwards, and then there would be a curl in the rug. Not to mention that I think the rugs are kind of prone to curling a little bit in the first place. So after I posted that video, I actually got another message from Ruggable, and they sent us an actual totally new free set, which was really, really generous. And I have to say before I go any further that Ruggable has been really, really, really nice to deal with this whole time. I can't even stress to you guys how kind and how accommodating, and really they've just been very generous with us. So thank you, Ruggable. They have been a fantastic company to work with and to deal with. Even though we're not doing sponsored posts, they really are invested in how people see their products and just making sure that their products work well. So they actually reached out, and they knew it was the last video I was gonna post, but they kind of said, here, have another rug and mat, because they put these corner pieces in to prevent the corners from curling a little bit, which is something that they implemented after we posted our first video where we were talking about the curling a little bit. And we hadn't tried that solution yet. So frankly, I haven't had this new rug, that's this black and white one here. I haven't had this new rug for long enough to know whether or not the corner additions are working. Basically, it looks like it just makes it a little bit thicker, so they're less likely to curl on the corners. So far, so good. If you guys have been following along, you know that in our experience, we kind of notice that curling usually around 6 to 8 months is when it starts. So I can't say for sure if that's gonna fix the problem or not. Again, so far so good, and really huge props to Ruggable for listening to feedback and trying to come up with a solution. I'm hoping that that makes a difference for the curling. Even if it doesn't, here's what I'm excited to tell you guys about. Again, if you've been following along, you know that I'm not gonna put anything sticky on the floor, or I know some people are saying put it on the underlayment, not on the floor. You guys should see how fast my dogs run. Like, there's some power behind them. Any kind of tape is gonna come up again, and it's just not something I'm looking to fiddle with. On the first video we posted, someone actually commented something about a steam mop. And I had tried the steam mop. If you guys saw the most recent update, I said it kind of released it for 24 hours. It would be less curly, but basically I just think I wasn't doing it right. So we have actually found that the steam mop creates a solution that'll last like that for 2 weeks when used correctly. So before, I was kind of passing it over and using it like an iron, and I have tried ironing the rugs, by the way, but it has to be used a lot more slowly than you might think. So I'm gonna show you guys some footage of how I use the steam mop on the Ruggable. Basically, I take it over the edges really, really slowly, even when it was curling up a lot. Like, I mean a lot. If you remember from those past videos, I would really curl up. Taking it really, really slow, this is gonna sound bad, but almost soaking the rug with the hot water, not completely soaking it, but it would get pretty wet from the amount of steam that was going through there. I would do like 3 or 4 passes to break the most intense curling. And when I took it that much slower like that, you guys, it made a world of a difference. So instead of just mostly suppressing the curl for 24 hours, if I'd used it like an iron, when I really got it soaking wet with that hot steam, that hot water, what happened is it actually flattened the rug. I'm talking for days, if not weeks. So Since we mop our house, we vacuum and mop like once or twice a week. Now that's just part of my cleaning routine. I don't let it get to the point of a really intense curl anymore. So when I do it every week, even every 2 weeks, sometimes I'll notice those edges starting to lift up, which is what I'll show you guys. But then I just take that floor steamer over the edges really slow, really let that hot water and steam sink in, and what do you know? I mean, we have flat ruggable rugs, which I never thought we would. Again, the curling isn't a problem for everybody. I think it's a problem for people with more active pets or maybe more active kids. So that's definitely kind of the demographic I think that ruggable attracts. So I think it is important to have a fix. That being said, after dealing with the company, I mean, we had already really liked communicating with Ruggable, really felt like they were very generous and really interested in having the best product they could. We already felt really good about their team and about their company. And I know that's something I talked about way back in the first review where there were kind of some mixed reviews on the customer service. Obviously, I know it can be different when you have a YouTube channel and when you have a following, but I have to say the person that I was talking to was so respectful and so genuine and so friendly. So we don't doubt anymore at all that Ruggable as a company is really interested in having the best possible product and listening to feedback, doing what they can. But as far as this curling goes, we started using the floor steamer in this way and seeing this success probably, actually it was right before the quarantine started, so about 6 weeks ago, and so far so good. I'm honestly kind of amazed that it's been working this well. Like I said, I never expected to find a solution. So huge props to that person on the first video who suggested the floor steamer, because for whatever reason, it's nothing like the iron. The iron didn't even make the tiniest dent in improving the curl. So we actually have a whole nother video on using the floor steamer on our hardwood floors and how that has worked for us personally. So if you guys want, you can check that out as well. But what I would really love is if you guys who have a floor steamer and who have a Ruggable that might be curling, if you can leave a comment below your experience, and I'm talking really taking that steamer over the edges nice and slow. I would love to hear that other people are having success with this method too. I don't think we're a weird 1 in a million case because it has been working so well so long. And if you guys know me, you know that I don't just put up videos right away. I really make sure that where we're coming from has been going on for a long time. So I have really high hopes for you guys in fixing your Ruggable curling, because I know a lot of other people are experiencing it. And if you give this a try, and if it works or if it doesn't work, if you could leave a comment below, let us know so that everybody can have a voice and we can get the most accurate representation of solutions out there. That would be fantastic. So thank you guys again for being so engaged with this Ruggable stuff. I know it's been a lot of Ruggable info, but by and large, 99% of the comments and of the engagement has been really genuine and really beneficial to the community as a whole. So I would love to hear from you guys how it works for you, how it's been working for you. If you have other solutions to the curling that you have found, definitely leave a comment below. If you guys haven't already subscribed, we would love if you would subscribe to the channel. You guys are a lot of fun to hang out with. So thank you again for following along on this journey. And it was one of you guys who even tipped me off to this idea in the first place. So thank you guys for helping me out, and thank you for helping everyone else out as well. Another way to keep in touch with us is if you want to follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is oak_abode. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy.